You're listening to My Grito Podcast Network, celebrating the culture of Chicanos and Latinos one story and voice at a time. Listen to more My Grito Podcast Network shows over at mygrito.net. Connect on social, on Instagram and Facebook at My Grito, the My Grito Podcast Network.
The Mind Buzz, now partnered with My Grito Industries.
This podcast episode of The Mind Buzz is brought to you by House of Chingazos. House of Chingazos is a Latino-owned online store that speaks to Latino culture and Latino experience. I love House of Chingazos because I like t-shirts that fit great and are comfortable to wear. I wear them on the podcast and to the carne asadas. Click the affiliate link in the show description and use promo code TheMindBuzz. That's TheMindBuzz to receive 10% off your entire purchase. The cash saved will go directly to the Mind Buzz podcast to help us do what we do best, and that's bringing you more Mind Buzz content. Click the link in the show description for more. The Mind Buzz is powered by Mind Buzz Media. Mind Buzz Media is an on-site video and audio podcast production company. Have you ever thought about starting your own video and audio podcast? Or do you have an existing podcast that you want to take to the next level? Mind Buzz Media brings a professional podcast studio to you. Visit mindbuzz.org for more.
The Mind Buzz Podcast.
Take it away. What is up, Mind Buzz people of the galaxy? How are you? Hope everybody is doing well. I am your host, Gil, G-I-L-L, and working the ones, twos, and threes. Amber, how are you?
Hola.
How are you tonight?
I'm good.
You're doing good?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
I'm positive.
All right. That's what I like to hear.
I had my water. I'm hydrated.
You're hydrated. You got some water.
I had dinner.
You had dinner. What'd you have for dinner?
Why you put me on the spot like that?
I don't know.
I made a tuna salad.
It was good, huh?
It was good.
It was really delicious.
It was fast, easy.
All right.
Like you? Just kidding.
Wow. That's how we're going to start out? Okay. Guns blazing. Okay.
It's the week of comedy. It's the week of comedy this week.
Okay. It is. It is, because we have a very special guest that we're going to get into. 100% week of comedy. I like that, because today we have Ricky Novella, and later this week we're going to have Johnny Gold. So I'm completely excited for that. Yeah. But before we get into today's episode, I believe we do have a My Grito Weekly, which Amber is going to go ahead and take over. Yeah. So what do we got in the world of My Grito?
All right. So Ear Ringers will be performing at the Haven in Pomona on January 19. 3LH will be at the Tiki Bar in the OC on January 26th. La Rosa Noir will be at the Empty Bottle in Chicago on January 28th. The Paranoias and Profesor Galactico will be performing at the Paramount on January 27th.
I love that venue.
Yeah, it's a good venue.
Mm-hmm.
Rundown Creeps recently released this new music video you can find on their YouTube or on the link in their Instagram bio. And the Paranoias will be releasing their new music video shortly, so stay tuned for that.
I cannot wait for that music video. They do such an awesome job.
To see what it looks like.
Are you following them on Instagram?
I think so, yeah.
So it's them, and then also 3LH that are getting ready for a drop on their music video also.
Yep.
And all those bands are part of the My Grito music. Are they at Network too?
I think so.
Music label. Let's just say that. Like the Mind Buzz, we are part of the My Grito podcast network, along with Emo Brown, Chicano Shuffle, Let's see what West Coast Pop Block podcast, and Talagos, Amagos. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody, right?
Oh, I think you said everybody.
Everybody, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, let's get into our guest today. He is a very good friend of mine. We've done a couple of comedy shows together. We've done a comedy competition together, and he's out there. He's doing his thing. Very funny guy. I think he's funny, and you guys are going to love him too. Ricky Novella, what is up, man? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it, dude.
What's up? What's up? Thank you.
Thanks, man, for coming out and doing this.
Dude, it's my pleasure. The fact that you said that I'm funny to you, that beats everybody's compliment right there.
I don't know about that.
It means a lot.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, dude. I mean, like I said, we did a few comedy shows together. We've done open mics together. I mean, that's pretty much how we started, being around each other, rubbing shoulders together, rubbing our comedy shoulders together.
It's kind of hot the way you put it, honestly.
Trying to sexualize everything.
That's nice. It's fine. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Rubbing each other's comedy shoulders.
Belly to belly.
Yeah. But, I mean, there's that. That's where I got my start at the Beer Thug open mic.
Yeah.
That's where I remember seeing you for the first. I was going through my pictures the other day.
Yeah.
And I was going through all the open mic pictures, and I was like, oh shit, that's Ricky. I don't remember taking that picture, but I guess I was there for that day. And we did the West Coast Pop Block podcast together.
Yeah, that was fun too. That was fun.
For the Soy Funny competition.
Who won that? You did, right?
I think so. I don't know how. Me on all my Indian bots.
Yeah.
That I paid for.
Yeah.
For that night. And then
a win is a win.
Sponsored by MindBuzz.
Right.
It was just me with all my accounts.
You pan the video to like a place in India, and everybody just has MindBuzz merch on.
They have a shaved head with glasses on.
Just
like a little cult.
So we did that. We did the podcast, the competition. We did a show at this private suite.
Yeah, private suite
in Pico Rivera. Shout out to Sergio. And from there, dude, we just been talking. Invited you on the podcast. We recently did a show in Pasadena that was really good. You murdered, dude. Like you.
Pasadena? You mean downtown Fullerton?
Fullerton, whatever. Pasadena, Fullerton. It's all the same thing.
It's pretty far. Yeah,
I said Pasadena. Huh?
Yeah, you just said.
Okay,
it's cool. It's cool. It's your podcast.
It's because I am. What am I? What's manifesting the Ice House? I think that's why I said Pasadena.
Yeah,
but
we should definitely manifest it.
We did that show in Fullerton with Sharkeisha. What's her name? What's her real name?
Stephanie.
It's Stephanie, right?
Yeah, but Sharkeisha
it's
just fits.
Funny,
it just
dude.
fits.
Have you seen that video? You know where that's from?
Yeah, Sharkeisha don't.
No, Sharkeisha, don't kick her. Don't kick her, Sharkeisha.
Oh, the good old days.
Yeah, the Vine days. But we did that show, and it was awesome. You murdered, bro. Like the crowd was awesome, but you fucking murdered.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Honestly, I think that was probably my best set since I've done comedy. And I was just having fun up there, honestly. It just felt really nice, especially the crowd. The crowd was loving some of the crowd work that I did that night. And I usually don't do crowd work. Really? I just stick to my material. That's it. But it was just that girl's titties that were almost popping out, I had to point it out,
And then the guy too, right? You told him about his shorts?
Oh my God.
That was towards the end.
Yeah, but that guy, honestly, pointing him out, shout out to the gay community, pointing him out killed the show though. Like if it wasn't for him, I don't know. I don't even think that joke would have hit as well, but he killed it for me. So, yeah.
You did a really good job. We went home that night and we were talking about it and we're like, man, you did really good. Because I've seen you a couple of times and you do a good job. You do a really good job. But I think that night you did you
killed them, dude.
Really good job. Everyone was cracking up. You
killed them.
You included the people in the crowd and they were having a good time. You did honestly, you were the best one that night.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't know if you guys saw, but I almost fell back with the mic.
No.
I tripped on the cord, but I played it off pretty well when,
well, there
dancing
you
off
go.
the stage.
That was a good night, dude. It was really good.
Yo, the thing about I think the thing that helped me the most is because I've been there. So I've gotten like that story that I told about my friend hooking me up with her friend. Like it was true. Like I got fucked up that night. I was like freshly single. I was ready to mingle, whatever the fuck, But it was just I felt at home, so I felt like I had to give a good show,
Gotcha. I've only been there once, and that was to see a band, but it wasn't on that stage. It was on the room on the other side. Have you been to that room? It's just like a dance.
I've seen it, but I don't think I've been in there. I've been just in that main room where the show happened.
I didn't even know that there was a stage right there because they usually have the curtain like over. I didn't know there was a stage right there. I thought we were going to be performing in the other room.
I thought so too.
Yeah,
I really did.
It was a good night.
Yeah, it was really fun. That was a great way to end the year, to be honest.
Was it a Friday night or a Thursday night?
Thursday night.
It was a Thursday night. And that was when most people were off too during the holidays.
I think it was
like a week before.
New
It was
Year's.
after Christmas.
Yeah, it was New Year's weekend leading up to New Year's. Yeah.
That's good. But Stephanie had good support because she knew a lot of the people that were there and that she brought out. And I think like when people, and I think I've said it a lot of times, that when people know that they're going to a comedy show, they're more excited and they're more focused on the comedy and laughing and things like that versus it being like, oh, surprise, there's a comedy show happening.
Yeah. No, that's true. She did bring out a lot of people. One of my old managers was fucking there. I was like, what the fuck you doing?
Really?
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? I think she might have been cousins with him. I don't know. But
you're like, surprise, I do comedy.
yeah. He was like, my fucking comedian name. I was like, yeah, shit.
Damn, dude. Did you see the 3 gentlemen that were in the corner talking? So, okay, I was going to point it out at that time, but I was just like, I'll just let it go because it's gonna. I'm not very good at crowd work, so I don't yet. So I don't think I should say anything. But I was waiting at the bar. I don't even think I told you, Amber. I was waiting at the bar, and why it took me such a long time is because I was just standing there, and I wasn't like, like some bars are like LA traffic. You have to like throw yourself at the bartender. I wasn't doing that. I was just standing there waiting in line. But those 3 guys that interrupted, that were talking during maybe like the first 5 minutes of my set, were on the corner and they were talking. But there was those 3 guys that like cut in front of me at the bar. They didn't say shit. They didn't say anything. So they cut in front of me at the bar, which was like, all right, I'm going to let it go. I got to go on right now. So I'm just going to let it go. And then during, what joke was it? It was during the first joke that I was on stage telling. They were talking and they met, like, it wasn't their fault. They were talking. I mean, I shouldn't let that bother me, but I don't know. They were just talking in front of myself.
No,
I was gonna say something, but I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna let it go.
But I was sitting on their side.
They were loud
in front of them.
They were really
and
loud
the entire time. Jose, right, is the guy, the UPS or the mailman guy?
Hashman Jose.
Yeah.
Shout out.
So they talked throughout his entire set, and I kept turning. Like maybe if I turn and I look at them, that they're like, oh shoot, and then someone else turned around and looked at them too, and they were having a full-on conversation about something, about traveling, about this, about that. It wasn't like, oh, let me communicate to you what I want for my drink, or oh, let me tell you, like something quick. It was like full-on conversation. So I thought that was really rude. Pobre Jose, that he was just like,
when he started his set, it sucked because remember, like the mic went out on him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But like once he switched the mics, like he was able to save the show. I think, like, if they would have kept that same mic and Jose couldn't like save us, it would have been hard for us.
Yeah.
That night, because especially being the first one going up, like it's tough. It's tough opening up.
Yeah. I probably would have hung myself in front of everybody.
I would have been there with you, dude. But the thing is, like you're right. Like, if you're gonna go see comedy, like I tell my people, like whenever I have to bring people to shows and stuff, I always tell them keep the chatter to a minimum, be respectful. If you guys don't like his a comic's like material and stuff, just stay quiet. You know, you don't have to laugh. You don't have to fake laugh. Just stay quiet, but be respectful because it's hard to be up there, dude. Yeah. Like it takes balls to be a comic and talk in front of all those people. That's why, like, when people start like starting off and stuff, like I always try to give them the respect because, like, they might not be good at that moment, but you never know down the line, like they could start killing. But you got to appreciate that the fact that they're up there.
True. Yeah, I guess you can see it that way. I mean, for a comedy show that you're going to go see, like there's different expectations for that versus going to an open mic.
Yeah.
Like look at but even an open mic, look at like the time we went to the one in Long Beach and the girls were sitting. So there was a group of girls and they were sitting like pretty much like in the main.
Oh, you got to
like
go there, dude. You got to go to that place.
Yeah, it's a good place. Everyone's there.
Like
it's really respectful. It's nice. We've been there before. So then there's these girls and they're in a group and they're like in the biggest table inside the establishment. So the first act goes up and it's like a musical act. And the girl is talking and she's talking louder and louder and louder because she can't hear herself over the music. And then her friends can't hear her over the music. So her only solution is to talk louder. And she's talking about like Amazon and, oh, my Amazon package didn't get here. And I'm
something
like,
dumb. It was just something that's really dumb.
Again, it was something that you know, at that moment, take time between maybe when the acts are coming up, if you need to say something or whatever, like you already know. So I said, you know what, maybe they were here eating and they didn't know there was a comedy show happening and they're trying to have a good time. They haven't seen each other, whatever. I try to give it the benefit of the doubt. Well, come to realize she was going to be in the open mic.
Oh my God, that's the worst.
So she was performing.
That's the worst.
It was her first performance, so maybe she doesn't know like etiquette, like proper etiquette. But I was like, you're gonna perform and you can't even give the other performers respect. Like, to me, I thought it was overly like no respect.
Yeah, no, I think that's very disrespectful. I don't know. Like, even if you don't want to listen to it.
It was like Rodney Dangerfield, no respect.
I got no respect at all.
Yeah.
They could have stepped out, you know? I think that's like a one thing too, like, if you don't want to be there for other people's stuff, right? Like, just step out.
Yeah.
Or just shut up. Just stay, you know, you don't have to ruin everybody else's set. Especially, like, those are the hard ones too, when it's like an open mic where it's like literally like, where it's a mix of poetry, music, and then like comedy. Because like the energy of the room can be different at any moment.
Really? Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I've hosted them. I've never really gone to any of those.
But I think
myself
with your open mic, like I'm gonna give you your flowers on that too, because you give a different format, especially like the interview at the end. But I think you kind of make it clear, like, people are here to practice their art, whether it be that one guy that was doing his tricks and stuff.
Oh, yeah, we gotta talk about
Hell yeah, Wildcat Jackson coming back to you live.
And that's what
Paramount, California,
about where we have it, and the fact that we've established it like that is that the people coming out to watch the show are not just open micers. They're people coming out to actually watch,
to see
a show,
to see art.
Yeah, and they also know that it's a lot of people's first times, that it's some people's hobbies, so it's exciting, and people are very respectful. And we always try to open the show with, hey, you know, please be as respectful as possible. This is a safe space. You know, just enjoy and have an open mind.
Yeah, because like the first open mic that I did, it was at the Copper House Blues. That's in Brea. And I got to give a shout out to Gage Johnson. He was the one that was hosting it. He was there for my first open mic. And he did that, you know, like if people were talking stuff, he would like, hey, you know, like, can you guys keep it down, or you guys go outside? Like, he was very good at making sure that whoever's performing up there, like, was able to feel comfortable up there. Because that's for my first open mic, like, he really made it easier for me to like perform. I wasn't as nervous, you know? So
because of that extra comments and trying to make you feel comfortable to go up there.
Yeah, like I had told him like, hey, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Like, this is my first open mic. And he was just like, do you have material? I was like, no, like, I just have some stuff I want to talk about. He's like, okay, just go up there and have fun. Like, don't worry about anything else. Like, I got it like under control and stuff. And yeah, it was, you know, I still remember his words from that day is always have fun up there. So
that's good.
I like that.
I like that type of
I like that for you.
Vibe.
Thank
I
you.
like that for you.
Because that second open mic I did, I fucking bombed, bro. I ate a bag of dicks in that fucking open mic. Hell yeah. That's the time I was telling you that I had smoked a little bit before going. My fucking homie was like, "Oh, you take a hit, bro. Like, it'll probably relax you." Hell no, my anxiety was fucking through the roof on that night, dude. And it was fucking horrible.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, we've talked about it before about how obliterated some people get before going on stage. It's, I'm gonna say, yeah, it was. I used to get really buzzed before going up, but now it's just like I don't. I want to be sharp.
Yeah, you gotta.
I want to be coherent.
You gotta have a balance to it. Because there was one time where I almost got fucked up too, and I was like, you know what? I should just slow it down. I started drinking water, but because if you're really fucked, I mean, it works for some people, but me personally, like, I try to be, like you said, coherent when it comes to it.
Like the private suite spots that I was buzzed. I was drunk on that day. I'm gonna just be totally honest, and I think I was honest a few weeks ago.
I think that was the last time.
That was the last time I ever drank before going on stage.
But you learned though.
Yeah.
I mean,
you needed that.
Yeah, I needed that. You need to do this different experience. Like me, like that's why I don't smoke weed before. And if I do it, like maybe like 1 or 2 hits. But I'll usually have just like 1 whiskey or 2 whiskeys, but like nothing like to get me fucked up, because I don't want to be that guy that gets known like, oh, he bombed because he was like too fucked up in his set. So yeah,
that's true.
But then again, it gives you a perspective of like, he has to do better now because he's sober. If he doesn't do sober, then he can't blame it on the drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So there's a balance. You can pretend like you're drunk. I'd just say if you bomb, just I'm drunk.
I think if you acknowledge that you like the crowd, when you say a bad joke or like saying like a joke that you're working on and doesn't get a laugh, and if you acknowledge that, okay, it wasn't funny, or like my bad, like, you know, it was a shit joke, like the crowd will kind of like, all right, you know, he's a human, he makes mistakes. Like they'll be more on your side than ignoring it or being like, fuck you guys, like it's you guys that are making not understanding the jokes, you know?
Yeah. The last time I went to Noble was last Saturday, I think. It was last Saturday that they had the open mic. And it was all new material, dude. And I think I was telling Jay this, that I was just, it was just bad. It was all new material. I got a couple laughs that I was like, okay, let me move on to the next open mic to see if these are pretty funny. But that one was challenging, dude.
Yeah, Noble Hills is a pretty cool spot. I like doing all my new material there because it's either like a room full of comics and sometimes random people. But like, I don't know, I feel more comfortable doing my new stuff there. Even though you should be doing your new stuff like every open mic, trying to like figure it out and stuff. But for sure, Noble Hills is like a place where I'm comfortable to do it. Yeah.
Have you ever gotten to where like you've done the mics and now you're like, okay, like I've done these different mics now with the same material. Now I have to bring out new material?
Yeah. I've gotten to that point for me, because it's kind of hard to like come up with new stuff. Like when I try to sit down and write things, like I sometimes just fucking blank out and I can't think of anything. Sometimes new material comes up on the fly where I have just an idea and I'll just talk about it on stage. But there was one point where I did feel like I need to come up with new stuff, but I ended up branching out 2 different open mics. So I started traveling more to LA, doing the mics out in LA, and it kind of made me get my jokes a little bit better. But I would suggest that, like, if someone feels like they're doing their same jokes over and over again at a different at the same mic, branch out to a different one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I did with Noble, and it was awesome because I was like, okay, like they're still funny.
Yeah.
But it's just I needed a change of location.
Yeah, and it's because like okay, I'm still freshly new, you know. I'm only like a year and 5 months in. But, like, I kept hearing everybody's same jokes. Like, people were hearing my same jokes again. So I was just kind of like, I need to go to a different place where I haven't been to. Because you kind of validate if your jokes are funny or not. Because people hear your same jokes, like, they're not going to laugh, you know?
Because there's an element of surprise in every joke, whether you just think about any joke that you've ever heard in your life. There's an element of surprise in that. And once that element of surprise is wasted, or not wasted, but gone, Like, it's not funny anymore because you already know where the joke is gonna go.
Yeah, especially if you like say it the same way.
Yeah.
All
They're
the
like,
time.
okay, I'm gonna
Okay,
wait
get
for
it.
this
Yeah,
this guy.
I mean, you can have a chance of people laughing if you kind of like try to find a different approach to it, but that's tough.
That happened at the private suite, which was pretty cool. I'm just gonna say that. What joke was it? I think it was the. I'm trying to remember. Oh, the OnlyFans joke that I have, and I set it up, and I heard somebody in the audience say the punchline, or mumbled it, and I heard them, and I seen them mouth the punchline. I was like, okay, that's cool, but also like not cool at the same time.
It throws you off a little bit, you know?
It was kind of cool because somebody they remembered it. So that's awesome. For me, that's awesome. They probably seen the West Coast Pop Lock podcast, and they probably heard it on there, and they're like, "Oh, cool! Like, I'm gonna hear this guy say it again, most likely." But for them to remember the punchline, that was an awesome moment because they remembered it.
Yeah,
and you become rememberable because of that.
Yeah, people remember me a lot from my BYOB joke.
That's one of my personal favorites. I'm gonna be honest.
Thicky. Everybody calls me Thicky. A lot of people call me Thicky, and it's just, I don't know. I think that, like how you said, it is cool that they remember you by that. But I mean, sometimes I don't want to be remembered by my butt plug joke, but I mean, it's pretty funny.
It happens.
Hey, you set that one up for yourself.
I know, but I love it though.
But the cool thing is about this is that you have a wide range of what you're going to do next, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be a joke that you're going to write that's going to replace the butt plug one.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's true. That's true.
The butt plug one.
That's my money maker.
No, but I totally get what you're saying because I don't want to be doing the Selena joke for the next 10 years. I want to write something that's way better than that. And it's going to happen.
Yeah, with experience, yeah.
Over experience and doing it and doing it and doing it. The Mind Buzz is powered by Mind Buzz Media. Mind Buzz Media is an on-site video and audio podcast production company. Have you ever thought about starting your own video and audio podcast? Or do you have an existing podcast that you want to take to the next level? Mind Buzz Media brings a professional podcast studio to you. Visit mindbuzz.org for more.
Yeah, that joke, like, remember the new tag that you put on it? When I heard it, I was like, "Oh, fucking Gilly, dude!" It's funny, but I'm like, either one super fan is gonna be so fucking pissed that you said a joke, but I love it. It's cool to be able to like push those buttons. You know what I mean?
That tag was the first time I used it,
and it was good. It was really good.
That was the first time I practiced it in my head on the way over there. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna.
You didn't even tell
try
me.
this. I didn't even tell her.
I already cringe off like the Selena one because I'm already like, all right,
Right. No, I did.
Here are the boos coming, and then he freaking did it, and I was like,
no.
And I even looked at you, and I went like that, like.
I told you. You remember because Amber's my joke filter.
I remember you telling me.
Yeah, I told you. I was like, Amber, I have a new tag for this. This is
but
it.
you didn't tell me you were gonna do it that
I didn't
night.
tell her I was gonna do it.
That's right. That's right.
Sometimes
that's
you gotta,
what it was.
Sometimes you gotta throw it in there.
Yeah,
you gotta throw it in there, and then.
I like it because when I hear her, she says, "No, don't do it." In my mind,
do it.
Fucking do it.
Do it, cocksucker.
Yeah, exactly.
You know why I'm hesitant towards like some of his jokes or whatever, like pushing the envelope? It's not because I don't believe in them. It's not because I'm like, all right, you're going to piss someone off. Because I feel like I'm going to be sitting in the audience one day and someone's going to say like, oh, this jackass or something. And
That's it?
And I'm going to turn around and I'm going to react.
I've been called worse on the internet.
But it's not you. Yeah, but not in I haven't been in the vicinity. So what my thing is not what you say or what but my reaction towards someone saying, and I shouldn't manifest that. I shouldn't, go there thinking, oh, someone's going to talk crap and I'm going to have to react. Like I shouldn't, but I don't know. Maybe it's just my fight or flight mode.
Well, the good thing, Gilly, is they have a bodyguard each time you go out to shows and shit, you know?
Exactly.
I'm going to need one.
Exactly.
I'm going to need one by the end of this year. So if anybody out there is looking for a cool job that doesn't pay well,
Volunteer security.
I'm your guy.
We'll pay you in food and churros.
Pay you on food and jokes.
Food is fucking great, man. Free food.
Food and jokes, dude. I remember the first time we did an event for the podcast and we needed a security guard. And I booked my cousin. He's an ex-Marine.
Oh, shit.
And I booked him. Cool guy. But he was the drunkest out of everybody in that place, dude. Like, he was really drunk. Like, he had a bigger cup. I don't even know where he got. It was like an AM PM cup of beer. I have no clue where he got this.
He was about to escort himself out.
Yeah. He's all kicking himself out.
Yeah.
You're too drunk, sir.
He's like, hey. He's looking at him. Hey, you gotta go. You're too drunk. But
we had to drive him home. After.
yeah, we had to drive him home. We had to escort him home, making sure he got home okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a great story, though.
Yeah.
You should talk about what, do a joke on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess he is my cousin. I do a lot of family stuff, so yeah, that's
Yeah, you do.
Wait, so can I tell you the
what was the cheese man?
Jackson or what was his name? Wildcat.
Jackson Flaxen Caxon. Yeah.
The Wildcat. Well, not you. You know it, but Ricky.
Oh yeah.
Our finding of the night of him. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Because I've been dying to tell you. So just to give our listeners context, we had an open mic in December or November.
December.
Yeah, December.
We had an open mic. We really never know who's going to show up. People sign up, but we really don't know what it's about. So this man comes in and he is dressed like, what would you guys say? Like
Knott's Berry Farm.
Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, that's a good
Absolutely.
rush. Yeah.
You're right. Like a gold rush, Knott's Berry Farm. He walks in and the show's not started. We're just like sitting there and he walks in and I was like,
Just imagine Doc from Back to the Future Part 3.
But in is he in that type of
In the
movie?
Western? Yeah.
Oh, the Western.
Yeah.
Yeah, like unhinged, like very like he was pointing at like people's food. What are you eating? And he asked me. I think
He was great.
He told my
really
aunt
great.
like, "Oh, you're very beautiful," and my uncle was like, sitting
Whoa.
next to her, like, and we're like, okay. And then I guess I didn't know this, but he had told Gil beforehand, "Hey, can I take my replica gun?" Right? I didn't know this. So then Gil, at the day of the show, Gil comes up to me and I'm behind the counter. I'm helping some customers. And he's like, hey, the guy has a replica gun and he wants to know if he can take it out. And I'm like, no. Like, because I already had seen how he was acting. Like, he was like pacing back and forth and talking to people. And, and I was like, man, this is going to be crazy. So I saw the gun and then I saw my dad look at the gun. And my dad was like, oh, this is cool. So I said, okay, if my dad looks at the gun, it must not be a real gun, right? Because in my head, I was like, this man's going to shoot us with this fake gun, quotations. So anyways, to make a long story short, he goes on, right, performs. He was so cool, right? Am I the only one that thought he was cool?
He was great.
Yeah, he was pretty impressive, not gonna lie. Like, I definitely see why you were worried, like, a little bit.
He was unhinged. We didn't know what to expect.
Yeah. So anyways, he does his set, everything. The show ends and then he leaves because he had like a bag. So he had like a bag, where he had all his stuff. So we seen the bag on the seat and we're like, wait, did this guy leave? And then I'm like, I didn't see him walk out. And everyone's like, well, I didn't see him walk out either. And then somebody went to the restroom and they're like, well, we didn't see him in the restroom either. So I'm like, that's fucking weird. So then I see the mayor of Paramount come. She had come in like mid show. So we know the mayor, like, she comes to our events and stuff. So she was there. She was at the open mic. And I'm like, oh, okay, the mayor's there. And then I'm like, oh, her boyfriend's there with her, right? And I'm like, wait.
Should we be
okay,
saying this?
not her boyfriend, her friend. Sorry. Why can't I edit it
Cheese
out
man,
now?
cheese
Her
man.
friend, her acquaintance. But then I said, wait, how did that guy get in here? I was like, I didn't see him walk in with her. Well, come to know, it was the Wildcat Jackson man.
What the fuck?
So,
That's crazy.
So it was him the whole time, and we didn't know. So he came out after in without his costume, and then he's like, "Yeah, it was me. Didn't you know?" And we're like, No, we didn't know. Like,
Yeah, we
you had
didn't
a
know.
mustache,
It's like
you
he-
had a beard, everything. He even put like a pillow to make himself have like a panza. He didn't have a panza.
Really?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He did all that?
Yeah, and then to know
Oh, I
that
can't
he's
wait
with
to
the
see him
mayor,
again, dude.
I was like, what the heck? And then I told the mayor, I was like, you know he does this? And she's like, yeah.
It's gonna be a
I
good
do.
show, dude. It's gonna be.
I think that's why, you know,
it's gonna be wild.
the mayor
bro.
was attracted to Wildcat Jackson.
She's into dangerous stuff,
She's
probably.
into comedy or danger.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that was it. That we were all shocked at the end of the night that it was him.
Yeah, like you have to see him. Like he's a very good entertainer and just very quick with jokes. Like I was surprised on how quick he was with the crowd work stuff that he was doing. I was just like, damn, taking notes.
We'll find out a little bit more about him because he's going to be doing something for all of us in February. He's been in comedy. He's done comedy clubs. I've had the chance to talk to him after the show, and he's well versed in comedy.
Yeah,
He's done clubs.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
He was really sharp, dude.
Yeah.
He was really sharp. He got me like really good. But yeah, I'm excited to have him again, dude. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, Wildcat freaking Jackson, dude. It's gonna be. I'm telling you, man, this show is gonna be wild.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
it sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, and that's what we hope for it to be. Fun, a great time. It's gonna be wild, dude.
Wildcat Jackson.
Yeah, dude. But happy MLK Day, dude.
Yeah, I had to fucking work.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh man.
What kind of company do you work for? You don't have to say the name, but what
it's a
kind of
medical company.
Oh, okay. Oh, then
Yeah.
you have to work.
I mean, there's some people that fucking didn't. I don't understand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're needed in the company.
Yeah.
That's good.
Needed in the company.
What is it called when you're essential? You're an essential worker.
I'm just that guy that just knows how to like pretend he's doing a lot of work
That's good.
and then just goes hide in the bathroom for so long, and then that's when the ladies start talking chisme, you know?
So it's true that you work with a lot of señoras?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a coworker because she heard that joke and she was just like, "You're making your team sound a lot older than they are," but I'm like, they are a little older than me, you know?
Mhm.
What are they, like late 30s, early 40s?
There's some, I don't know. There's some that are probably like in their 50s and up.
Oh, okay. So they're señoras.
But it's a different variety. But there's a lot of señoras there, you know?
A variety of señoras.
Yeah, I just don't know which one to pick, you know?
It's a variety show.
You strike me as a señora guy. Someone that would date older women.
Honestly, at this point, whoever loves me, that's it, you know?
What's the oldest you've dated before or hooked up with?
I think I would say like 4 to 5 years older than me.
Oh,
Ah,
It's not that
what
bad.
is that, dude?
Okay, hold on. But I'm open to, you know,
What
señoras,
is
though.
that?
But you asked me, I'm being honest.
Okay, 4 to 5. Okay.
But like, I would definitely take down a señora.
He's
You're
open,
what,
ladies and gentlemen.
20, how old are you?
28.
28.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's open, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Cougars.
Ready to-
He needs a cougar in his life.
I need to sling some snail, you know what I mean?
Sling some snail.
Some
bro.
upside down snail.
Bro, I barely like the day of Fullerton. I imagined that, and I was like, it looks like a snail. Like I can see that now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, I really thought about it. I thought about that, like me, and I was just like, oh yeah, it does look like a snail. It does.
Yeah, it takes some people a while, you know. It's that when we're just kind of like, you have to think about it and then you picture it.
Dude, that's always the best. That's the best where you're just like, there's a laugh here and there, and then you give the room a little bit to get it, and they're like, oh, this is what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I got to run something by you before you leave. I wrote it like 2 days ago. I think it's fucking amazing, but I'll let you judge that.
All right, for sure. I can't wait.
It's really fucking fun. I was gonna talk to Johnny about it too before he left, but
No, he doesn't. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, Johnny wasn't here, man. What are you talking about?
hasn't happened yet.
In the future, you mean?
Yeah,
Are you from the future, bro? What the fuck?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Did you just teleport from?
I'm back to
Friday?
the future,
You're like the Spider-Man's friend.
dude. You know who
The
called me
little
that?
Asian,
Did you
the
hear it?
gordito Asian?
Were you there when somebody called me that? Oh, you were.
I think I was.
You were. It was Diego from Noble.
Oh yeah, fucking Diego. Yeah, Diego.
He was like, "Give it up for Peter Parker's friend."
He's just like,
You motherfucker.
yeah, dude, fucking Jesus.
So what does your family think of comedy? Of you doing stand up?
Have you done it in front of your family before?
Okay, so my dad, I'm so blessed to have him. I'm blessed to have both parents. But my dad, actually, when he was in Mexico, when he was a kid, he's always wanted to be a host or like a comic. So when I told him that I wanted to do this, he was just like, do it.
Oh, that's cool.
Like his words in my, like, that stick to me. He's like, muere en el intento. You know, like, die trying at least. Because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this or not. He's like, just try it. And he's seen me perform. He's been to a lot more of my shows than my mom, and he's been very supportive. My mom, on the other hand, was just like, I don't know what you're doing. This is kind of a waste of time. And I get it, I get it. I thought it was a waste of time at one point too, but it just makes me happy. Comedy, doing stand-up makes me so fucking happy, man. And I understand, like, the way she grew up, she didn't have the freedom to express herself like an art form. So I get it. So, but I just kind of like ended up dealing with it. She's been to one of my shows, and the funny part is that she got fucked up that night at that show. And I was like waiting for her at the end of the show to be like, let's take a picture. She wanted to take a picture with two other comics. And not her son. She's like, fuck my son. I was just like, thanks, Mom. I feel the love, But yeah, it's all good, And, my siblings, I don't know.
How many siblings do you have?
I got 4. Oh, sorry,
4.
3.
3.
It's 4.
4 of you guys,
yeah, 4
plus.
of us.
Okay.
So they're all supportive with it. My group of friends too, man. Fuck, man. Like, I have blessed friends that just really believe in me, and I don't know, sometimes I'm like, fuck, man, like, when I don't want to do this, like, they always talk me into like, no, dude, like, this is what you should be doing.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it, dude, because you're constantly writing, you're constantly going to mics, like you're doing everything that you hear that a comic should be doing when they first start, right?
Yeah.
Writing a lot. Writing and doing open mics.
Yeah. I mean, still, like I said, writing is kind of the hard part for me, but like, I'm always going over what I have and trying to see if I can switch it up. Sometimes, like I said, like, ideas just pop randomly in the head. I'm just like, okay, I got to work this. I think it's funny.
I'm going to give you a gem, and I'm going to give everybody else a gem. Look up Scott Dikkers.
Scott Dikkers.
ScottDikkers, I think. He's the chief editor, or used to be the chief editor in on The Onion. Have you heard of The Onion?
Yeah, it's like the parody of news, like the news thing, right?
Yeah. So he was the chief editor of that, and he has books out called How to Write Funny, How to Write Funnier, and How to Write Funniest. Get on his Substack. It's free, and he's amazing, dude. Like, his concept are real. I've used them. He has this whole thread with different comics. It's great, dude. It's such good stuff. I've read his books like twice already.
Oh shit.
And they're just tips on how to write, how to write stand up. It's not really stand up. It's not how to write stand up, but it's how to write prose, which is long form of comedy.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to write a script, if you're going to write a like a newsletter, like something like The Onion, but you can use those concepts in writing, and it's helped fucking a lot, dude.
Yeah, because I took a stand-up class. Bro, it was fucking crazy. I was randomly like looking on Facebook, and they had like a workshop. What I thought it was going to be like what like Sergio does at his private suite, where just like you can kind of like talk to other comics and like go back and forth with ideas and stuff. But they were like literally breaking down the format of how to write a joke and then a class. So it was like a four class. That 4 was like 4 classes. And for me, the price was like not bad, but it was all the way in fucking Temecula.
Whoa.
So driving from Whittier to Temecula, like for 4 Sundays, it was worth it. Cause like the teacher for that, was really great. He broke it down, but, and then at the end, like, you're able to showcase your material.
Oh, nice.
So it was worth it. I think it was a smart investment, because at the same time, like, you got to think yourself as a business. Like, you got to take classes or whatever,
right,
or certain things to, like, build your skills up. and it did help me a lot. It's just it's still like I still have some trouble sometimes, but it was fucking awesome though.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're throwing yourself out there. You're being vulnerable to new information.
Yeah,
like you're not jumping into something. Oh, I know everything. Like nobody does.
I don't think. I think in comedy you'll never know everything. It's always going to be a learning experience.
Yeah.
No matter how many years of experience you have.
I think it's with anything, dude. With anything. Yeah. Starting anything new is always tough.
Either way, I think like you just have to have that mindset too. Like you can always get better.
Oh yeah.
If you have the mindset where like, no, I fucking kill all the time, like you're not gonna be able to grow.
Or you have to have the ability to say, I fucking suck and I need to
work on it.
Work on stuff. You know?
That too.
But that takes like guts. Like you have to have so much self-awareness of you not being good at something. And that's okay.
Yeah. That definitely does help too.
Right? Like I bomb all the time and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think once you're I think once you're okay with bombing,
yeah,
it'll get a little bit easier to get better.
I think let me take that back. I am okay with bombing on new material.
Yeah.
I think that's just one thing is you have to be comfortable with. Not everybody's gonna get it.
Yeah, because it like I remember like the first couple, like still being new into it, I would bomb sometimes. I'm like, fuck, dude, like why am I doing this?
Yeah,
but something just kept telling me, just go for it, just keep going for it.
Yeah, of course.
What's your like ideal goal? Like what do you want out of comedy? Do you want to just have it as a hobby, or do you want to like make it like a career?
I would love to just quit my 9 to 5 and do comedy. I love it so much, but I know it's like a long process to do it, you know? And I also think it's like your willpower of how far you want to go. But like if I can actually get paid to do comedy, I would definitely like that would be my dream job right there. Because I've always liked to entertain people. Like when my friends have like parties or stuff at their house, like I'm always trying to host. I'm always trying to like make sure everyone's having a good time, fucking cracking jokes, doing stupid shit to make them laugh, you know? I think it's just being an attention whore satisfies me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works. I like that for you. I like you being an attention whore.
Thank you.
You should keep doing it. You should keep doing it, dude.
No, but I think you have you're easy to connect with. Like
you're likable.
Yeah, you're likable.
You have to be likable. A comedian has to be likable.
But not everyone. You could still do comedy and not know how to socialize in real life, right?
Yeah, that's me.
And I don't want to say it.
No, I think you're sociable. It's kind of like with me too.
When
like
I'm drunk,
I don't talk to everybody. Like I kind of don't want to bother people.
Yeah.
So like if I feel to talk to somebody, I'll talk to somebody. But like it's not because I think I'm the shit or whatever. But it's just I don't want to bother people when they're mingling around with other people. Like it takes, I guess, a certain energy from people that I can go up to and just start talking to them and just chat it up. But like for the most part, I'll stay quiet just so I won't bother people. Unless they talk to me, and it might be bad, but like that's how I just am.
I remember the first time I talked to you. Like really first talked to you is I interrupted you and your coach and his wife on the top of the secret suite.
Yeah, that was funny. It was all good.
They were just talking, having a very like it looked like a very serious conversation, and I walked up and I don't know what I said, but I just like interrupted.
I don't remember either, but I remember you were talking to us too. But
I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave now. I gotta be over here, so.
Yeah. Who are some comics that like you look up to?
Oh man, this is like the fifth time I've asked this question.
But I'm asking you though.
Okay.
The difference.
Okay.
You're getting interviewed.
Let's see. Mitch Hedberg,
okay,
Stephen Wright, and Ronnie Dangerfield.
Oh, nice.
Those are my top 3 all time. And Maria Bradford. Oh my gosh, she's so fucking amazing, dude. She's a great entertainer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Is it weird that the comics that I look up to aren't Latino or Chicano? Is it weird?
You're Mexican?
Yeah. I know. I don't look at, but
so like the comics, like, okay, so I have to put one on the very top, but like I feel like that's his own category. Is Freddie Soto? I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He passed away.
Like Freddie, like Prince the Senior.
No, he said Soto.
Soto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious, bro. That's like the first.
Can you look him up? I want to see him.
Bro, he's fucking great, dude. Like, that was the first special I seen. It was called The Three Amigos. It was Freddie Soto, Pablo Francisco, and then Carlos Mencia.
Dude, Pablo Francisco fucking kills, dude.
Little tortilla boy. Yeah, but Freddie Soto, fucking awesome. Yeah.
Oh man.
Look up. Let's see if they have the one that's like regardless.
So, okay. So, Freddie Soto, Pablo Francisco, and who was the
Carlos
third one?
Mencia.
Carlos Mencia.
That was The Three Amigos, the first special I've ever seen. I was a kid watching it with my dad, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was this before or after The Lion King's a comedy?
Honestly, I don't know.
Have you seen it
before? Maybe. I don't.
Really?
I was a kid. I don't know. I was fucking.
Lion King's a comedy. George Lopez.
Oh yeah, it was way. It was
Paul
probably,
Rodriguez. Joey Medina. Who else? You have to look that one up.
Honestly,
too.
I don't want to give like false information, but I'm pretty sure it was like around that time.
Who else? Cheech Marine hosted that.
Cheech Marine, fucking Cheech.
I always bring up those three comedians, Mitch Hedberg, Stephen Wright, and Ronnie Dangerfield, because I like their style.
Yeah.
When it comes to relatable or comics being relatable, I can relate a little bit more to George Lopez and Paul Rodriguez, Joey Medina, because they're Mexican and they talk about the stuff that my family is doing.
Yeah. Okay. So if you put it that way, Freddie Soto is like someone that I can relate to, like of his jokes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like the three comics that like I've seen live that made me really want to do comedy is Joey Diaz, Adam Ray, and Chris Stefano. And I mean, Joey Diaz is Cuban, but like the rest of those fools are,
Yeah.
they're white.
Have you read his book yet?
I'm not done.
Dude,
it's good though. What I read is good though.
So good, dude.
Wait, have you read it like paperback or audio?
No, I have the hardcover.
You need to do
Audio is fucking dope.
He's
dude.
narrating.
He's narrating.
Get up, cocksuckers! It's all over.
Yes, it was one of those books that we were reading as we were commuting because we had a commute all the way to Paramount. So it was about an hour there, an hour back. So we would do 2 hours a day
Just
of it,
fucking
and
hear
it
it.
was like amazing.
Yeah. No.
It's one of those that it's.
I want to listen to it again.
It's classic because we always bring it up. If you're gonna, honestly, if we're talking about comedy books within the past 2 years, Tom Segura and Joey Diaz's books. Joey Diaz fucking killed it. Like Tom Segura is great. Like
Yeah.
I won't discredit him as an author, but Joey Diaz, his book
is fucking awesome.
Tremendous, dude.
Tremendous cocksucker.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Really good.
So who do we have right here? Regardless.
All right,
So this is his
Freddie Soto.
Soto.
Maybe I
Rest in peace.
Because my dad comes up with some shit, man. He's got like his favorite English word. He says for everything, regardless. He doesn't know what it means. He just likes to say it, pendejo, regardless. And he'll just stick it into a word, man, whether it belongs there or not. Hey, Freddie, come over here. Listen to me. Hey, on the barrel, on the side, we need to wax it on the side, regardless. And on the bottom, too, we need to... What did you say, man? Did you just throw a regardless in there for no reason? Not for no reason. Regardless, it needs it. Come on. He's been doing it since I was a kid. He would ask me how to spell things for him. Guy, come over here, guy. Hey, how many S's are there in the word shit again?
It's fucking awesome, bro.
Chicken? What the fuck are you talking about, chicken, man? He gets pissed. Cabrón, ese chicken! How many? Fuck it, man. 4.
Oh, that's amazing, Jim. Hell yeah.
Put as many as you want, brother.
Hell yeah, dude. So look up Lion King's a comedy. I want to see who else was on there. Because I'm missing 2 other comics at least. Or 1.
See, I don't remember if I seen that one though.
It's really good. It came out in like 2000, I want to say. Again, like I was young watching it. We were watching it. My mom was telling me to go to bed because of the shit that Joey Medina was saying in there it is. Yes.
I remember George's
there we go.
special. But
Paul Rodriguez, Joey Medina, George Lopez Cheechmer, Alex Raimundo. That's who it was. Alex Raimundo. Joey Medina's still around. He's still doing like shows.
I think most of them are, aren't they? Even Paul Rodriguez. I think I've seen him on a few ads still.
We've seen him.
We seen him and we were able to take a picture with him. We're hanging out with him in like the back like backstage area.
Oh, that's freaking dope.
Yeah, they did a Chicano comedy at the Pico
Comedy Fest.
Chicano Comedy Fest at the Pico Rivera Arena. And it was, it was Paul Rodriguez, Alfred Robles, Martin Rizzo was hosting it. It was a great event. Martin Rizzo got us like backstage passes to go hang out in the VIP area. It was awesome. We're able to hang out with and stand next to Paul Rodriguez. It was really cool.
That's dope. That's really cool.
Yeah. And I met Joey Medina not too long ago. Like how many months ago was that?
I don't know, maybe like in August.
And I asked him because they're at a panel. It was Alfred Robles, Joey Medina. What's the guy that you're gonna open up for?
Jerry Garcia.
Jerry Garcia. He's on the label too. Anyways, but they're at a panel, and the host was like, "Okay, any more questions?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've been raising my hand." Yeah, and they're like, "Okay, like nobody has questions." Like I was like, "God damn it!" Like I had a really good question too. So my question was to Joey Medina, and I was able to run to go catch him before the end of the night. Like it wasn't in front of everybody. Like he literally told me in my face. I asked him, "Hey Joey, been a huge fan since I was a little boy. How do you know when you find I started with like I'm a big fan. I love comedy. I'm thinking about doing stand-up. I don't even think I started stand-up." And I asked him, like, how do you know when you find your comedic voice? And he told me, it's going to take you 10 years.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, okay. Is there like a
cheat code?
Is there like a way that I can, get there faster than 10 years? But yeah, that was his answer. And I was like, okay, like I'll accept that as an answer.
I wonder if his answer to 10 years is like that because 10 years ago or even more when he first started, there weren't all these outlets that there is now. There wasn't, like social media. There wasn't all these comedy shows popping up everywhere. Like, I wonder if he stayed with that thought of, hey, it took me 10 years to get where I was, but that was given the circumstances of that time, or just it's his rule of thumb, 10 years and you're seasoned.
Could be.
I think every comic will probably tell you that.
10 years.
Yeah.
It's
a long investment because like if you think about it, that's why a lot of comics like push like you should be doing multiple mics in one night because let's think about it.
How do you feel about that?
Honestly, like I think it's tough because like I have a fucking day job.
Mm-hmm.
I know we can make sacrifices and stuff, but like in reality, we still have like bills to do. So I think like if you just be consistent, because even on Hot Breath, that's what they say. I don't know if you heard that podcast, Hot Breath.
He's great.
Yeah, like they just say be consistent, and because it can be tough. Like there's some days that you might not want to do, and you still have to go, or you might not. Because sometimes if you go half-ass, like do you feel like you learned something from that doing a fucking open mic half-ass? Like,
I should have not went to. So I did a book show, and I was like I was coming down with a cold. I should have just told the booker that, hey, dude, I'm not gonna show up because I feel like shit.
Yeah.
I should have went that route instead of bombing with a cold on stage.
yeah.
And I think I might have had COVID too.
just spreading it. God damn it.
The super spreader.
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm the super spreader at all the open mics. You have an
Don't
open
say
mic, I'm the
that.
super spreader.
Don't say that.
Ta-da.
Ta-da! I got COVID. And the next comic after me is probably gonna have COVID
How
too.
many open mics do you do a week? Like, what's your kind of rule, or it's just depending on week to week?
It depends week to week, but for sure it's like at least 3. And if I can hit more, then I will. I've done it where like I've done multiple mics in a night, and it is tiring, but you got to do it.
It is, right? I don't know. I feel like quality over quantity.
I also think it's just you got to do your own fucking path, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Because you can do the same route that, let's say, like Joey Medina did, and then you might not find success in it. So if you do it the way you do, as long as you're happy and shit, you're not bothering anybody, like, who cares? It's the same thing when people try to give you advice of comedy and stuff. Like, you got to pick and choose what you want to take in and what you don't.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
it.
because you're right. It because they're telling you this certain way, or they think that it works, it doesn't necessarily work for you or for everyone. I mean, comedy and the road to comedy is not.
It's not very funny.
It's not made
Or
no,
fun.
It's not made for one person. It's subjective.
Right.
Yeah.
Very many.
It's so funny. It's not fun. Like, joke writing is not fun. Like, it's hard work.
Yeah.
And that's what most people don't get.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of people say too, like, oh, I wouldn't have the balls to go on stage. I think as long as you're having fucking fun up there, you be a little bit vulnerable, talk about some shit that, like, not a lot of people will, like, you'll be okay. Like, you'll be funny. You'll be, how you guys say, like, likable and stuff.
Be honest.
Be honest, yeah.
That's it.
But
Talk about some real shit.
But I still think, like, I don't know how you guys do it, because I couldn't. Yeah, I could be funny. I'm funny with my family. I'm funny with my friends, with my cousins. I'm the one that's always making people laugh. I can approach people. I'm social. But
Amber's funny. Amber's really funny.
She should go on stage.
No,
She won't.
I could never go on stage.
Force her.
No.
Jesus.
He's like, pushing me out on the stage. But I could never, because I haven't got to the point in my life, and I don't know if maybe you guys are there or you act like you're there, but I'm not to the point where I could take criticism. I mean, I can, okay.
Yeah.
I can take criticism. I'm not gonna lie, but not 100%. And I can't take someone not laughing at my joke, or like that's a skill in itself. Like, yeah, you can go up there, you can write jokes, you can do everything, but also your reaction and the way that you and yourself internally take all of that's a skill too, because I couldn't.
Yeah, it can be tough. You got to have some thick skin for comedy, especially because there's some people that try to give you advice, but it's not like honest advice. Like, they're trying to be dicks about it. So that's why I just say, like, you got to pick and choose what the fuck, like, whatever, and just have thick skin. Just, if you're happy doing this shit, just keep doing it. That's it. And anything, if you're happy doing it, whether it just be like just drawing, just fucking do it. Life's too short.
Yeah, if you have the ability to do something, why not do it, right?
Yeah, you have to take a shot on yourself, because, like, literally, like, and I say Joey Diaz is one of the like inspirations of doing comedy, but he really, like, helped me figure myself out. Even in his fucking, like, those videos that he does, like, oh, wake up, cocksucker, like,
Yeah.
all those stuff, like, it made me take a shot on myself. And taking a shot on myself was doing comedy. I've always wanted to do it. I just didn't know. Like, I didn't know. I was trying to do different things, like going to school. Like, that's the school route. Like, you have to go to college to get a good job and stuff. Like, but school wasn't for me. It was fucking hard. It was stressful. So, and comedy is, like, literally the only thing I look forward into doing, like, week in, week out.
Isn't it crazy? Like you, right? Your first generation here, because you said your parents were born in Mexico, or were they born here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Well,
they were born here?
my mom was born. My mom was born here, but she was raised in Mexico City.
Oh, okay.
And then my dad was born in Mexico City. But
But he came. Yeah.
but they're immigrants. They're fucking immigrants. Goddamn it.
But you're first generation, which is what I'm trying to get. And I think that like a lot of times being first generation, and I always say this, I feel like I am repeating myself, but I always say this. I think for first generations, like it's tough. No, I think it's tough to, I don't want to say pave the way for yourself, but the expectations of like knowing that your parents came to this country to give you a better life, and quote better life in a Latino or any minority household of like immigrants, a better life is like working, right?
Yeah.
Like be a doctor or go to work, make a lot of money, even if you're not a doctor, but something, right? Whether it's working, making money, or maybe even your education. Like that's what paving your way and being successful looks like.
For sure.
But the arts are never put in front of anything like that. Like being artistic or doing any type of art, whether it's comedy, painting, writing, anything that's like
playing guitar.
Yeah, anything. That's a hobby.
Yeah.
That's seen as a hobby.
I just think it's literally like you got to think about it. You got to think about it on both sides, basically. That's how I kind of came to terms with it, is that like their parents didn't teach them anything like that, you know? Mm-hmm. It was the same shit. Hay que chingarle. You have to work. You're sick, go to work. Doesn't fucking matter. You need to make money to pay bills. So like to find that artistic outlook or, career choice, like it's very like unheard of for them, because they were never able to do that as kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I'm third generation, so
I'm like,
fucking give me, damn it.
You can't.
I got.
Put your 2 cents.
I got a 2-decade advantage, 2-generation
I
advantage.
just think because like
which is bad.
I can't speak for like Americans or people that are here for generations, right? But from what I see, like like a lot of American culture, like a lot of their kids are artists or whatever my kid does to be happy,
Yeah.
And it sucks, but again, like you said, that's the mentality, and it's been passed down from generation to generation to generation. Is your success is measured by monetary sense of what you have. Or
is that good or bad?
I mean, I guess it could go both ways, right? I don't know,
because you can have a lot of money.
Yeah, and still do hobbies, but
you can be very, hating life because you've only chased the money and you necessarily didn't do anything that you wanted to do.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Right? Like there's people out there that are on their deathbed. I wish I never worked so much or whatever.
See, yeah.
I wish I never. I wish I would have.
Traveled more,
or
how to
fuck this guy in Finland. I should have hung out more. You know what I mean? I should have did more open mics or something.
Shit like that. You got to live life without regrets.
Right. I should have got that Tiger Army tattoo that I
Hell
wanted.
Yeah! Shout out to Tiger Army right here. Look.
You have two Tiger Army tattoos.
Oh, it's on this side.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at the camera.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like when Gil started doing comedy, and then he's like, yeah, bro, I want to do this. To me, it was like if he was like telling me that he was gay and leaving me. No, not to me.
She's wait, hold on. She's like, you want to go to open mics on Thursday night? Gay.
No, not to me.
You want to tell jokes on stage? That is so homosexual.
No, wait. What I meant was like it was the equivalent to that of me thinking, just the thought of that I had to tell my parents. Hey, Gilbert wants to become a comedian.
Dude, I'll tell you.
It felt like I was the one telling them.
Nah.
Like,
he's gay.
He's gay. Like, he's gay and he's leaving me. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say? Like that dread of like, oh, my
I
God.
gave her dad a hint that I liked comedy. And one of them was, hey, the guys, because Amber's family has a coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
There's a comedy show there once a month. They've been doing it for over a year now.
Okay.
And one of the night we always go, right? The guys are awesome. Something comedy shout out. And we always go, and I love it. and I told her dad, hey, like jokingly, hey, they wanted me to go up tonight, but I told them I'm gonna do it next month. I told him that, joking, and he knows I like to kid, and he told me, he was like, nah, you don't want to do that. Like he told me that.
Dude, I feel like that's such a fucking like
right
typical like reaction.
Hey,
like
he's
that.
gonna listen to this.
I know because we never talked about it after, but throughout those months, like he started noticing, right? Like it was around the time where Amber kept the podcast like she was gay. Like she kept we were closeted podcasters up until like 2 months ago, or how long? How many?
Like in September.
Up until September, like we were closeted podcasters. She didn't tell her dad that we had a full-on operation
Fucking studio in here.
Like we had a full-on studio, and we have guests
because
3 times a week.
I made up a scenario in my brain that again, this is what I was making up in my brain, was that these aren't things that people do. You know, we have to work, we have to do this, and not that my parents have ever said that. But I don't know why. I don't know why I made that in my brain. So to me, it was like, the less you know about my life, the better. And you're not disappointed if it's anything to be disappointed about. So I kept it for them a long time until one day that I was like, all right, we do a podcast. And he's like, oh, really? That's cool. Oh, you should do this and this and this. And I was like, dang it, I should have told you earlier. Like, I didn't know that was going to be your reaction, that you were going to be so excited for us.
But now I will say this, that her parents and her dad especially is probably the most supportive people that are the most supportive people in what we do, especially comedy, dude. Yeah. Like my first time that I did my comedy in front of them, like it was nerve-wracking. I'm telling you, that's why, like, being on stage is one thing in front of strangers, but doing it in front of your family is totally different. Your girlfriend's family. How I haven't done my comedy in front of my family, which is going to be totally crazy because you've heard my stuff, and it's like half of it is about like my immediate family, not really like my aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
Well, the new stuff has aunts and uncles stuff in there, thrown in there, but it's crazy. But it's good to know that you're the people that are around you are very supportive of you, and it makes it so much easier.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. Like, I think after that show that my mom went to, she doesn't really give me shit for it anymore.
Right.
I think she sees that I'm more consistent, and like that night, like I did make people laugh and stuff. And I think just by her not saying anything negative is her being like, okay, I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
But it is nice when you have support of your family and friends, where like when you feel like you're ready to give up on something, like they're the ones that talk you out.
Oh,
of
yeah.
it. Because sometimes, you're your own enemy sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Your mind can tell you a lot of shit until like you hear it from someone else, and then you just remind yourself like, no, I can keep doing this.
What's usually the saying or the reference that, like, when you're ready to quit something? Like, do you ever get that? Like, times where you're ready to throw in the towel, and you hear this phrase, or you look at a picture, or you watch this movie, or you read this book, or you watch this podcast. Like, what keeps you going every day?
Damn. I gotta give it up to Joey Diaz a lot, dude. Like,
yeah,
Joey Diaz, I'm telling you, like, he helped me. Like, it's just you know how he talks to you seen those like motivational videos of him, like just like talking hard to himself. Like, that's what I remember. Like, I always remember when I'm ready to quit. Like, no, like come on, cocksucker. Like, you got to keep on going. Like, you got to put your fucking get up. You're a fucking Marine, you know.
Yeah.
And I also think about what my dad says. Like, dude, you got to die trying.
Yeah.
Like, only you can take yourself as far as you want to take yourself. So that's what I kind of just remember, and like, I just remember that I love doing this. Like, it's so much fucking fun being able to experience the good and the bad of comedy. Like, bombing on stage and like kind of coming back the next week and being like, that didn't work last week, but this week it's gonna work. or when you fucking kill. When you kill, it's just that adrenaline that you get that you're like, oh, dude, I can fucking do
I can't
this.
sleep. Sometimes I can't sleep.
Me neither. I rewatch my fucking set.
Even when I bomb, I can't sleep because I sit down and I rewrite stuff.
Yeah.
Or I listen to the audio like over and over, and I was like, no, I should have emphasized this. I should have done this movement. I should have, you know what I mean? Like the wheels start turning, and you're just like, fuck, okay, all right. I fucked this up this time, but you know what? It's fine because there's going to be another open mic. There's going to be another day. There's going to be another opportunity for me to bomb again. But that's fine. That's fine. You just keep going, dude. And that's the way it works. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
Because there's nights where either I have a good set and I'll just watch the video, or Batson's like, fuck, what can I do? Or I'll start thinking in my head, like on the way back home, like, this didn't work. What can I do differently? You know? And then you stay up fucking all night trying to figure this shit out. It's a puzzle.
Yeah.
It's a puzzle. That's how Josh Wolf had said it one time in a fucking podcast, like comedy is a puzzle. You just got to figure out how you're going to, you know, solve that puzzle.
What are your favorite comics right now?
Well, like I said, it's
you said Andrew Santino earlier today with Bobby Lee. Or
how about this? Like the podcast that I like listening to is like Bad Friends. Like, so that's Andrew Santino and fucking Bobby Lee.
Right.
Your Mom's House, fucking Tom Segura and Christina Pazitsky. Anything fucking comedic wise, I'll listen to. But like favorite comics, it just has to be Joey Diaz, Adam Ray, and Chris Stefano. Like those are the guys that I don't get tired of hearing. And there's other great ones. It's just those are ones that I relate to the most. I'm
trying to. I think I brought him up the last time, but do you remember his name? He was on Mark Norman's podcast with
comedy.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking amazing.
Oh, I gotta give a shout out to Mikey. Mikey, he's gonna be on Guys Night with me, and he's really tight with Mark Norman. I don't know tight, but like he's like that's one of his idols, and like I see him and I'm like, dude, like he's so fucking funny. It reminds me of Mark Norman. Like he's really funny.
Oh, Mark Norman's fucking hilarious, dude. I'm trying to remember the dude that like jerked off a trans person at Skankfest. Do you remember the name of the comic?
Ari Shaffir?
No. Can you look it up? Put
Joe DeRosa?
Yeah, dude, he's great, dude. He's great.
He did jerk off a fucking tranny. Oh my god.
At Skankfest, I think it was last year, but I was no, it was in December. Because,
yeah, I think it was somewhere around that time.
Yeah, because he did We Are Drunk with Mark Norman and I forgot the other guy's name. Sorry, dude, but he was talking about it and I was like, what the fuck is going on in this thing?
It's crazy how podcasting has taken over like during that pandemic, dude. Like,
I love it, dude.
That's all podcasting. That's all I fucking heard during work, dude. And that fucking like saved me from boredom, bro, when I was working during the fucking
Why don't you start a podcast? I think I'm doing whatever it might be. Oh, there we go. We might be drunk with Sam
Morrell. Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. Thanks, Jay.
So let me stop you there. So
yeah.
I wanted to start a podcast before doing stand up. I just didn't know how the fuck to start.
Okay.
That's the thing. And I've had ideas of names like, and the only thing that stuck with me is Aminos with Ricky Novella. The Aminos podcast with Ricky Novella.
I think you posted something.
Yeah.
I thought you already had one for some reason.
I like did 2 episodes. One with my buddy Willie and then one with my buddy Andres. One was in the fucking gym, bro. And like you can't hear anything. You hear the fucking weight smacking and shit, you know, like because I didn't know. I just was like, fuck it, we'll just have a conversation, like anything we could talk about. But I tried doing it myself and I just felt stressed out because I was fucking trying to do open mics, writing, and then trying to do the podcast.
Produce it for you.
Dude, we'll do it.
Yeah,
we'll do it.
We're gonna do it.
Comedy podcast. It is. Do you want it to be comedy or?
I just want to do it with fucking whatever. Like just have conversations like this.
It'll be fun.
Make it fun. That's it.
I'm doing this thing where I'm making other people start podcasts.
Yeah, dude, fucking down.
You down for that, Amber?
I'm down.
I just like doing this, dude. It's just really fun for me. Like me and Amber used to have a podcast like last year. We called it On Our Way, and we did it in the car, and it was fucking fun. Like we got the most views that this channel has ever gotten.
Really?
Because of that. Podcast. What is Sergio saying?
He said, "I'll start one with you, Ricky. We'll have it at the private suite."
There you go.
I think
First guest.
I think he just wants to sleep with me at the private suite.
I think so, dude.
Probably.
Fucking Sergio.
He wants to see your sweet private.
He wants to show me the shower babies.
Why does he call it the private suite? It's because of that. Like he wants to see your privates, dude.
And it's not even spelled like hotel suite. It's sweet, like as in sweetness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Like
And there's like a
private
big
and
hole in the wall. I don't know what the fuck Sergio does on his time.
I don't
off.
want to know what he does. Actually, I do want to know what he does.
I
Shout out to
don't
Sergio
know.
El Checo.
You threw me off when he said big hole. It must not be for that.
Oh my god. He said that I'm the what did he say that?
Hey, Sergio, we said we were gonna do it. He's over here promoting his services.
What do you
says
say?
He has all the equipment.
No, you don't, fool.
We're over
Don't
here
lie.
saying we'll produce it for him.
I don't know. Mind Buzz Productions and Sweet Productions. I don't know. Gotta wait it out.
What do you say, Gil? You've never not bombed. Well, you're hold on. You're the bombing expert. Have you seen your act? All right.
I want to give a shout out to Jay the Loner. That's one of my homies right there. He just started doing comedy.
Nice.
And I think he has a lot of potential, and I just hope that he continues.
I want to see his stuff, dude.
He's funny, dude.
Yeah?
I think he just needs experience. That's it. He just needs to go keep doing open mics and
Do podcasts.
yeah. Dude, I told him I was to do a podcast. Like, dude, talking for an hour. Fuck, I don't know if I could do that.
Anybody can do it.
Yeah, anybody.
Or do you think anybody can do it, or is it just a skill that you have to?
I don't think anybody can do it.
I've sucked.
I think anybody can do it until they go up there, and if they feel like they can't do it, then don't do it. You
No,
know
I'm
what I mean?
talking about like a podcast.
Oh, podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
thought you were talking about comedy.
yeah, I thought you were talking about comedy. Podcasting, I think.
Or is it just talking? Do you think it's just talking?
I think it just depends. It depends because there's an audience for everybody, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like you just got to find your own audience. What is the foot said the podcast would be?
Mad
The Mad Bombers.
The Mad Bombers.
Charlie.
I don't know about that.
Everyone's like, shut up.
What else do you got on your list?
I got my dates coming up for.
Oh, we don't need that. Not yet.
Not yet. All right, cool. Yeah, that's all I have. Disregard that.
Oh my god, what time are we at right now?
But Jay the Loner, do it.
Yeah.
Do what?
Keep doing comedy. He
doing
just started.
comedy.
He just needs to keep doing it.
I don't even know who he is, but you go. You got a cheerleader right here.
You go, girl. Let's
You
go.
go, girl.
Mm,
I'm everyone's cheerleader.
yeah.
I like to see people succeed.
Me too.
I
That's-
really do. I
At
genuinely
least
do.
try. You know, a lot of people like. There's shit that I tell people all the time. They're like, "Oh, you know, like fucking school, whatever." Right? It's like okay, but like experience other shit.
Mhm.
Like when I was going to fucking Cypress College, I was going to try to be a fucking athletic trainer, but I'm horrible at math, and I needed a fucking certain math level to get to the science. So I switched to become a PE teacher. And during that PE teacher fucking studies, whatever, I took a beat making class.
You have PE teacher energy for sure.
Yeah, I got the fucking body for it too, dude.
You dress like a PE teacher.
A slutty PE teacher.
You know what I thought the other day when I had like even now I feel like I'm one of those I'm dressing now like one of those uncles that dress like athletic but are not very athletic.
No, girl, you look like
no.
a lesbian. A lesbian.
Because you're making me grow my hair. That's why. If I was bald, we wouldn't have that problem.
I think Gilly gives me the vibes like, hey, fool, the Smiths are playing this weekend, or the Smiths cover band is playing this weekend. Are we ready to go?
Nah, dude.
You give me rockabilly vibes for sure, dude.
Yeah, even when I was bald.
Yeah,
Really?
skinhead.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we talked about it because there's something about Whittier, dude, that is just rockabilly, psychobilly infused.
Dude,
because you're from Whittier, I'm from Whittier. I think that's why we hit it off at the beginning.
Yeah, dude, I know. We were fucking alumni.
We're
Lucerna.
Lancers.
We're Lancers, bro.
Yeah,
You know
even-
what's so fucking crazy about Lucerna, dude? So a lot of those fucking like people that I fucking grew up with, Like, they hated being Mexican. If you would call them Mexican, like, don't fucking call me Mexican, I'm no beaner. And now a lot of them are all into the fucking corridos tumbados and all that shit. All the Latino fucking heritage just fucking came out. I don't understand it. And you know how many times I got told, go back to your country? Like, fucking 10 times a week, bro. And I'm like, I was born here, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Lucerna would do that for you, dude. Lucerna has this energy. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't like it at all, dude. When I got, listen here, Joe Rogan.
I know. I'm like, what the heck?
Let me tell you something, Joe Rogan.
Listen here, Joe Rogan. When I went to Lucerna, Joe Rogan, I had to tell you, it was the girls down there, Joe Rogan, at being a Lancer. I don't know. That's all I got.
I think it'd be something like this. You know, Joe Rogan, when I was a Lucerna Lancer, those women, you know, those teenagers, those blonde bitches. You ever seen a blonde bitch in short shorts with their monkey hanging out?
The monkey, that's the best. Do you know what episode is my all-time favorite? Is between Joe Rogan, Tom Segura, and that fucker
Joey Diaz?
Joey Diaz, dude.
Yeah.
I think you know which one I'm talking about, when he talks about the story of him in the bus and he farts or something like that, and they're like, "Oh no, he's changing flavors."
He's changing flavors.
And then
yeah.
Joe Rogan's dying.
Yeah.
Tom Segura is fucking dying, dude. That's like the all-time best
Yeah, for sure.
podcast episode in the world.
I just love that fool, dude. That was something else. That, like, the reason why I liked him, because I remember, like, when I seen him at the Brea Improv, he was talking about how he likes seeing his wife in yoga pants. And the way he was just talking about it, I'm like, dude, that's fucking me. He's like, oh, my wife, when she wears yoga pants, oh, especially when she's all sweaty, I just grab her right by the monkey and then snip my fingers like a fucking savage. I'm just like, that's fucking me if I had a wife, bro.
Yeah. He talks about stuff that is just so fucking off the wall, and he's such a great storyteller, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I wish he would come out and do shows.
Yeah, I really wish I could see him again. That would be fucking awesome.
You've seen him before?
Yeah, I seen him. Like I said, at the Brea Improv. It was probably like a few years ago. He had a George Perez feature for him, and I think, I forgot the other comic's name that opened up for him. But he was funny too. He's a Muslim comic, I believe. So
Muslim?
Yeah, I forgot his name though. I forgot his name.
Muslim.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to call people Muslim?
Yeah?
You are?
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I thought it was like
He says it. He says it
It's
in his
not a
thing.
derogatory
What's
term.
what's Muslim?
is a religion.
Oh, I thought it was like a
Derogatory?
no. No. I thought it was like I thought it was like
No, you're wrong. Whatever it was.
Littering in.
no, like a nationality.
Oh, no.
So when you're Muslim, it's like somebody saying, "Oh, I'm Christian."
Yeah, like you're a Christian.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because you could be Muslim and be from other countries.
Mm-hmm. You could be
Like-
Mexican and just become Muslim if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to.
If you
What
wanted
is it? I'm trying to read what fucking Sergio's saying.
to.
If you wanted to. I don't know.
He said, Gil, your hair is derogatory.
Yeah, it is. It's growing.
Hey, at least you don't put like fucking thousands of gallons of moco de gorilla in your hair, dude.
That's true.
Just
Not
slick
yet.
it back.
Not yet, dude.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's coming. I'm going for the spiky look first. So I'm gonna do 5 stages of lesbian here.
Nice.
So the first stage was me being bald, and then the second part is like, okay, I just got out of jail. I just met my girlfriend that I've been riding in prison for a very long time, right? And that's where the stage I'm at right now. But I think in the next couple of months, I'm going to be at the spiky stage where I'm going to paint it red.
Yeah, I'm in my mullet stage right now. I'm trying to let the mullet grow out.
Do you have hair?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen
Here,
you
let me
without a hat.
He does it all the time.
Can I turn it back? So I can
Oh,
show
yeah.
you the back?
Oh yeah, okay.
My mom fucking hates his haircut. She thinks she tries to like say like, oh my god, you look like fucking Peso Pluma. I'm over here trying to look like fucking Morgan Wallen and shit.
Bringing back the 80s
You
look.
have a little George Washington tail on the back.
That's right. I'm fucking presidential in this bitch.
Gil one time let his hair grow out like that. Like, I wish I could put up the picture, but
I had the George Washington look.
he let his hair grow out, and then right at the ends, it was like curly. but it was like long.
If you find it, just share it to the.
I don't know. It's like 3 years ago.
I know, but if you share it to the Mac and then take the picture and drag it into OBS.
And he thought he was cool, and he looked like George Washington the whole time.
Bro, you remember in high school? Oh, I don't know if it was for sure my like high school years when you had the fucking faux hawk with the rat tail. I used to fucking I had the haircut for such a long ass.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah.
And I used to fucking shuffle and shit.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh, that's the spiky hair that I'm gonna go for, dude.
You should do it. Bring it back. That's the fucking eraser head and shit.
Yeah.
You should bring it back.
That was great. Yeah. I had a mohawk with the rat tail.
I can see it.
For like 2 days, but then I was
You
like,
had a rat tail?
this is like really chunty. I don't think I should be. I don't even know Spanish.
Paisa.
Yeah, but it was a cool mohawk. I had a rat tail. I think it was like that long.
That's crazy. Mine curled, so it wasn't that long.
Isn't that bad?
Yeah, it's not the length, okay? It's how you rock it.
Yeah.
I had like one side of my hair was like super short, like up to like my chin. And then the other side was like long up to like my shoulder. So it kind of like wrapped around. And then I did like blonde. And I remember because I would go get my hair cut in Ensenada. My mom's from Ensenada, so I would go like all the time. And I would go with the ladies and I'd be like, all right, I want you to chop off all one side. And she was like, ay, no. And I was like,
no, you don't want to do that.
Va a cortar todo un lado y el otro lo va a dejar largo. And then she's like, no, pero ¿cómo? No, ¿dónde está tu mamá? And my mom wouldn't go with me because I would go like, with my aunt and stuff. And I was like, my mom is not here. Just chop it off. And she like consulted 3 other adults at the hair salon until they were like, well, if that's what she wants, that's what she wants. And then she cut it.
Dude, that was always the conversation between me and the barber.
No.
Always, dude, because I had some wild, crazy hair. It was always
You know
like
what's
that.
crazy? My mom fucking hated that I got piercings, but she was okay with me dyeing.
You have piercings?
I used to have plugs.
Oh, okay.
And then I remember when I had my mohawk or my faux hawk, whatever, I remember dyeing one side red.
Yeah, call it a faux hawk,
Faux
please,
hawk,
because
my
that's
bad.
you don't have to. You don't have the right to
I
call
have
it
the
a-
right. But yeah, she'd let me dye it fucking red and have no problem with that. But fucking piercings was horrible.
You know how to shuffle?
Not anymore, bro. The only thing I shuffle is my tits.
There we go. Or your stomach.
Is your mama rockera?
No, she's I don't know. I don't know how to describe my mom.
Because I feel like people from Mexico City are more in tune with like,
Los chilangos. Saludos a mis chilangos.
like being rockeros, And I think that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't know. She has her own style. Let's put it that
Yeah.
way. But I think maybe that's why, because she did like rock en español and stuff. So
That's cool.
I had a friend that his dad picked me up, and he picked both of us up from school, like after school. And I had a leather jacket. It was painted. I had studs all over it. My mohawk, my Doc Martens, my tight jeans. He picked me up and I don't know Spanish. And they were talking to each other, and it was really intense. And I was like, hey dude, is everything okay? Like he was like, yeah, my dad just wants to make sure that you're not a gang member.
that's crazy.
And I was like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't understand what you're talking about. He was like, yeah, it's because, and then his dad like started like in Spanish to him, like talking to him like crazy. I was like, oh fuck, like this fool's gonna kick me out. Like I'm not gonna get a ride home. I have to walk. And it's because his dad knew English, so his dad knew what I was asking, and he was like, it's because where I come from in Mexico, gang members don't look like the gang members here in the United States. They look like you.
That's
and he
crazy.
told me that. I was like, bro, I'm just trying to get a ride home, dude.
Are you still gonna give me a ride or not?
So how about that ride?
How about that ride? Just want to get home, bro. That's it.
What is it with my friends' parents that were always this like weird
Scared
with
of you?
me? I don't know.
It's because I don't think they know what you are. I think you have to self-identify yourself.
Right before I'm a man, I'm a male.
Sometimes I want to be a lesbian.
Sometimes, dude, I'm a they them. I think it's my they them joke.
Yeah, I think so.
That confuses them a little bit.
I think because your friends didn't dress like you.
Right.
So their parents were like,
Yeah.
whoa.
They're like, what the fuck is going on with this kid? Dude?
What is that?
What are you?
Probably, and then they're probably thinking, like, is this a boy or a girl? Like, I'm honestly, who? And then now, like, that was the early 2000s, so
it wasn't as open as
it wasn't as open as now. So it was like, okay, this kid, he's wearing tight everything. Everything's just tight on him.
I don't want my son hanging out with him.
He has colored hair. What else did I had? Like,
there's a picture where you had like suspenders and they were rainbow.
But that was like in my early 20s.
But still, I'm saying like
that was my college days. Okay,
the experimenting days or what?
Experimental days.
That was the
No, but I think because you've always worn what you want to wear, you don't care. Like you're not of stereotypes,
right?
But people didn't understand.
That's you see, yeah, okay. Yeah. I respect it because I remember we used to fucking hop on every fucking trend that was in during the time. Like remember the jerking movement. Like jerk, like you know the reject.
Yeah.
I used to do that shit too. Fucking skinny jeans and then like the high top Nikes and fucking bright colored shit, dude. No, then I was like a fucking greaser at one point. I used to hop on the trends, dude.
I went through my phases too.
Yeah.
I think we all did. We were just trying to figure out who we wanted.
Except
to
Gilly. Gilly knew who the fuck he was.
Yeah,
No.
he did.
He stuck to his gun. Damn it.
I'm still trying to figure out who I am right now.
I don't think you ever said like, "Oh, I've worn Jordans" or "I've worn this or that." Like,
In
because I've gone
7th
through.
grade, I didn't wear Jordans because I couldn't afford them. I could afford, however, Fat Farms. You remember Fat Farms? Fat Farms were the sickest.
You know they're coming
dude.
back.
Are they really?
Yeah,
I had a pair of Shacks before.
There you
I
go.
remember the Shacks.
Fat Farm it was Fat Farm, Rockaware, and Dickies.
Remember the G Unit
and
brand?
Echo.
The G Unit brown,
I
yeah.
had G Unit fucking.
Do you remember the G
Echo?
Unit?
Echo was good.
The G Unit belt, and it used to spin, and it was like a
Dude, everything spinned.
Yeah,
Like,
everything
it was like a
around
rim,
that time.
like
Yeah.
the spinning rims. Remember the rims?
Like fucking John Cena's belt and shit, championship belt.
dude, everything back in the early 2000s spinned. Like everything.
Remember the rims?
Spinners.
Spinner rims, your belt spins.
No, the belt that I always wanted. I'm kind of glad I didn't get it, but maybe I wanted it. Was do you guys remember when? Well, this is like party
Spin
crew,
class.
party crew days.
Yeah.
No, it was like the belts. You know how everybody wore like really big belts, but it was the belts that had the marquee. Did you guys ever see that?
I gotta see it.
Pull them up.
Yeah.
Pull them up.
So it was a belt, and
Pull
then
it up.
it had like a little screen, and then it had like a marquee. You know, like marquees.
Oh
You know
my
what
god, I know what the fuck you're talking about now. Yes.
that-
You can put whatever you want on that. Yeah,
Yes.
and it would come out. Yeah, like the LED lights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guys in my high school, because it was the party crews or whatever, so they would put their party crew name on the belts.
I'll be back. I gotta
Watch. Let me show you.
pee. You good? Do you want another water?
No, I'm good right now. Thank you. Make
Oh,
sure
what
make
the
sure you wipe. Okay.
Want to try one of these?
What is it?
They're just non-alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll try it.
Just try it.
I don't know what to type in. I don't know what they're called. Belt with
LED lettering. Screen.
there you go.
Yeah,
There you
those
go,
were
there you
fun.
go.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Those.
Thank you.
I always wanted one of these.
I always wanted a fucking. I wanted a grill. I remember as a kid, I wanted a grill so fucking bad. Shout out to fucking Paul Wall and fucking Nelly when that song came out.
Grill.
Hell yeah.
Do you remember stuffing your shoes?
Oh my god, yeah, I did it
The
a couple
tongue-
times,
the tongue
but
of your shoe?
I didn't do it that much. But I remember I did it with like a couple pair of shoes that I had, but not as much. When you used to put socks, right, so that they could look fat.
Socks
Yeah,
in the front. What year did you graduate high school?
2013.
Oh, so you're a couple years after me. I graduated 08.
Okay.
Yeah, you were still there. But I mean, you remember some of those trends.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, well, because I had older siblings. I'm the baby of my family, so I remember all that stuff.
So you saw your siblings.
Yeah, especially
so.
with fucking like those big ass belt buckles. I remember I had like a famous. I don't know if you guys remember that
Yeah,
brand, Famous Stars
the
and Stripes.
F.
Yeah, it had the big old F.
Yeah. People got that like tattooed.
Yeah, yeah. I almost did. Like, I don't know. I you know how some people say like, oh, they should have waited to get their tattoos. Like, I have really no regrets with my tattoos.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, I have a fucking rubber duck in my inner arm.
Oh, yeah,
and that's my favorite. That's my favorite tattoo.
At the open mic con, you showed it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Whoever won that contest for the ugly sweater?
My dad.
Wow. Rigged.
What the heck? A floating head back there? My dad won it. We didn't want to say it was my dad. We didn't want to say he was my dad, but
Well, what did he win?
we had like a little gift.
A
It was like a comedy like flashcard thing, and then like a gift card.
You guys should make him go up on stage reciting that flashcard thing.
They were dad jokes. It was called dad.
Even better, it's your dad saying dad jokes. Why
There
not?
you go. Dad, they want to see you on stage. He's gonna hear this.
Okay, so what are we looking at?
The belt.
The belt buckles that she was talking
That
about.
doesn't spin.
No,
But it was that. It was that
This
one.
is not the spinner one. This is the one that had the lights that
Oh.
would go. So people would wear them, and then they would put their party crew name on there.
Whittier's finest
Yep.
No, the
on there.
belt with the spinner is
I want to see that belt. Did you already show it?
no.
Okay, I want to see it. The spinner belt.
The John Cena.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, why is it showing?
It's because that's the only spinner belt you should be talking about when you see a
Oh,
spinner
is that
belt.
what it's called?
Dun, dun,
Your
dun,
time is
dun.
up. My time is now. Did you ever watch wrestling?
Bro.
Okay,
Hell yeah,
who's your favorite wrestler as a kid?
Aggression era or
Oh, this was
ruthless? Okay, so there's two eras. My favorite in the Attitude Era was, I guess you can say, Mankind on the Rock, or
Okay.
when it came to the baby faces. But when it came to heels, I loved DX in the
DX was
Attitude
fucking
area
Sick, yeah.
era. I mean, and then Ruthless Aggression Era, hands down, Brock Lesnar, dude.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar was pretty big.
Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman back in those days, where he used to just pummel everybody. Even though he was a heel, he was amazing.
Yeah, but he lost Eddie Guerrero though.
Yeah, that was
He's
kind of
not.
crazy.
He's not that dominant.
Or
I
this
can
one?
take him. That's
Dude, this one.
So, you think you're untouchable?
Remember that, dude?
Word life. This is basic
Oh,
thugonomics.
yeah, that's the fucking first
This is
John Cena
basic
song.
thugonomics. Word life. I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me. Word life. This
Hell
is
yeah,
basic
dude. I remember just walking everywhere
Just fucking
singing that song, dude.
ready to give someone the 5-knuckle shuffle. You can't see me. Do you
Doing
remember the
that to somebody?
Mexicals?
Yeah.
Dude, the Mexicals were so fucking crazy, bro. Like, dude, the crazy shit is, as a kid, I seen them live, bro. And then I even had their T-shirt where it says like, "Oh, your ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower." Like, such a fucking stereotypical fucking Mexican.
Amber, these guys used to come out to the ring on lawnmowers.
Yeah, they're fucking sick, dude.
That's how, like, poor taste, stereotypical guys these were. There was like so many. I watch Cultaholic Wrestling on YouTube. It's a fucking great.
It's Colt Cabana, right? Or something like that?
No, it's Cultaholic.
Oh, Cultaholic. Okay.
And they do all these top 10 this, top 10 that, whatever. And I usually watch those before going to sleep. Or WrestleLamia. That's another YouTube channel that I watch that's all about wrestling. And like, I just, over the past months, I've been fucking just super into wrestling. I don't know why. I think it's just me getting older and just like wanting wrestling to come back how it
I mean,
used
it's pretty big right now, dude. If you think about it. Like, I haven't seen it in a long time, but like,
yeah.
it got pretty big once like AEW came up, and like a lot of like the WWE superstars would go to that one and then come back. So it's like, I think it's pretty big right now. I just haven't seen it in a minute because I've been.
Have you
fucking
seen
busy.
Kurt Angle? Kurt Angle looks fucking tore up, dude.
Well, yeah, dude, his neck is all fucked up. I'm pretty sure he has a lot of fucking injuries. That he was talking about that on Joe Rogan's podcast, where he wants to get like stem cells, I think.
Honestly, that's the only time that I watch Joe Rogan now, is if he has a comic on there that I like watching or hearing, or a wrestler. Like, he's had on The Undertaker. He's
That
had
one was a good
on
one.
Kurt Angle. He had on Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Rock one. I could not. Even though he's like my favorite wrestler of all time, I couldn't watch it because it was just so like they were talking about working out for like 3 hours, and I was like, I can't fucking relate to these guys, dude.
Have you ever seen the YMH podcast? Like,
Oh yeah,
have you seen the live ones?
no. I have
Oh
not.
my god. I don't know how squeamish you guys are. I made my homies watch that shit one time with me.
Mhm.
I was dying of laughter seeing the reaction of my friends, like seeing what was like the reaction to the shit, because that shit's pretty brutal in some of those.
What were they doing?
Man, like there was one where it's pretty graphic. This guy was putting fucking Christmas lights in through his pee hole.
What?
And he was checking off in a cave, right? And he still posts about, and my friends' reactions were like, "What the fuck are you watching? Why are you laughing?" I'm like, "Dude, this shit's funny. Like, you know how many fucking crazy people there is in this world that like this is their fucking fetish? Like,
It's on YouTube or
no, you
I was like,
you definitely gotta. They have it on their website where you can rent it.
oh no,
You guys should definitely watch it.
I'm
one
not
day.
watching it. I'm out.
Ah, come on, Amber.
No, I'm out.
Do you remember?
He said keyhole,
Do you
I'm
remember
out.
Gore.com?
No,
Gore.com
but it sounds
was
like
great.
two girls, one cup would be on that.
Yeah.
Fucking 2 kids in a sandbox and all that
Or
shit.
Rotten? Do you remember?
Oh,
Rotten?
it was never. It wasn't.
Not
There,
Gore.
there's Gore.com, but there's also Rotten.com. I remember Rotten.com, and those are cool. Like there's this. I will never forget it. There was this time that some guy was trying to put a jar, like a full jar, like sitting. You can. It's like eye level.
No.
And he's sitting and he's squatting and he's trying to open. So say this is the glass, right? And he's like spreading it, right? And guess what happens when he just goes over there?
I'm pretty sure it breaks. It fucking shatters.
Shatters, dude.
The glass?
In there. And he's just, the video is still going. His blood is just draining, dude.
People
And he's picking out glass
Why?
out of his...
People have the weirdest
dude.
fucking fetishes. I don't king shame, because I'm into some shit that like, like I like fucking sucking on toes and shit, right?
Yeah.
But like people have some fucking weird ass things that I'm just like, to me it's just fucking funny because it's like, why?
I like smelling feet. Like, I'm not going to lie.
Okay, no, I can't smell feet, fool, but like, like, they have to be clean.
You can suck them, but you can't smell them.
Okay, so like the whole thing for me.
So what are you doing? You're doing this the whole time?
No, okay, but I'm not like, no. Like they gotta be clean, When a woman gets her toast in, it's sexy.
God.
You guys are
Oh my
funny.
god! What are you gonna do? You're gonna wash her feet for it? You're gonna wash her feet?
I would. Shit.
Before?
Yeah, I would. Why not? You gotta pamper, your chick from time to time.
I can see that. I can go for that. If Amber were to lay me on the bed and start cleaning me with a sponge, like giving me a sponge bath
No way.
before, like I'm not gonna kink shame anybody. If somebody wants to get a sponge and
Just
clean me, just
Get in the crevices of your
yeah,
butt.
you gotta wash them before.
It's
You know what I'm
not
saying?
gonna happen. And all that grosses me
Sponge bath. You won't give me a bath? What about when we're old? You're not gonna bathe me?
out. No, we'll have money to hire someone.
You're gonna hire somebody to do it?
Gilly,
Yeah.
don't worry. I got you.
Sponge bath.
I'll sponge bath you.
There you go.
Dude,
And we can record it. We can definitely record it.
perfect name for a podcast is Sponge Bath.
Sponge bath with Ricky Novella.
Sponge Bath Pod.
Sponge bath pot. Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, you should start a podcast. It's really fun. It's good to share your comedy. It's good to work on improv. Like it's good to work on your talking skills. It's great.
I will definitely do it if you back me up on it. If Mind Buzz Media is down to help me out with that, I'm down to do it.
The only thing is we need a space, and Sergio he offered his space, so you can't take that back now, Sergio.
Yeah, but I feel like he didn't want to use that hole in his fucking private suite, dude. I don't know, man. But yeah, we definitely, whatever, I'm open to it.
Or we
I
can
like those
create. We can create a little mini studio, something.
somewhere. The beauty of starting a podcast and with the stuff that podcasts take.
Fine, you can use it too. Fucking Sergio.
The beauty is that you can do it anywhere, dude. Like me and Amber will pull up a video of On Our Way just to show the viewers at home what they're
Nobody
missing.
wants to see see
I want to
that.
see it. I do want to see it, honestly.
We're not gonna play it. I'll
We're-
tell you this now.
Okay, we won't play it, but ladies and gentlemen, go to Mindbuzz Media on YouTube. Check out On Our Way. There's full episodes. We should be getting back soon. Oh, we're in Japan
Oh shit, you guys went to Japan?
on that one. That one was our pilot episode.
On our way.
Yeah. Oh, that's how we spelled
El
it too.
way.
Yeah. That one is probably my all-time favorite.
What's wrong with your face there? I just noticed.
That's just how it looks.
That's just how it is.
We're in Japan in that one. We went to Cabazon on that one.
That's cool, man.
I'm telling you, we can do. The world is our comedy oyster, bro.
Yeah. No, like I said, I've been wanting to do a podcast. It's just it was kind of
do
tough
it.
on me, but I'm down. If Mindbuzz Media is definitely down to back me up on it.
Let's do it. You got some dates, Ricky, dude. You got to come back and do this again. This was freaking fun, dude. I love talking to you. You're my brother in comedy. You have some dates?
Yeah, I got a few dates up here. Okay, this Friday at Friday Funny as Fuck at the Comedy Boulevard. Sorry, I'm gonna butcher all this shit. And then Sunday, January 21st, Guys Night at the Haha Comedy Club. If you use promo code RICKYNO, RICNO, you get 20% off. And then the 26th and 27th, I'm gonna be doing the Laugh Out Loud opening for Jerry Garcia. And then February 3rd, I'll be at the Fourth Wall Comedy Cafe in Hollywood. And then February 15th, Continental Room again. And can I say the show that you're going to have?
Yep.
And also February 23rd, I'm going to do a feature spot at Gilly's Open Mic.
Hell yeah. And more on that in the future. It's going to be an open mic. It's going to be a showcase. It's going to be a live freaking podcast. It's going to be awesome. We got features. We're going to have open mics. It's going to be great. There's food. There's music. There's beer. There's everything that you need to have a good time.
And please subscribe to my Instagram, Thicky Ricardo. That's with 3 C's. Please come out and see me. I'll be posting my dates there too. That way, if you guys want to come see me, I'll post the links and stuff. So thank you, Gilly. Thank you, Amber.
There we go. All the links to Ricky's stuff will be down in the show description. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share and sub. Go down to the show notes, show description if you're listening to this podcast on Spotify, and follow Ricky and follow the Mind Buzz. And that's it. I hope you had a good time. I had a fucking awesome
I had a blast.
time.
I can't wait to come back, honestly.
This
And
is great.
Thanks to everyone that watched us live and interacted with us.
Oh yeah, shout out to Jay the Loner, shout out to Sergio, shout out to Humberto Bobadilla, shout out to everybody else that's watching.
Wait, my dad's watching live?
I don't know.
Oh. Hi, Dad.
I'm just saying that. What else? Anything else?
That's it.
Yeah? Alright, cool. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ricky.
The Mind Buzz.
Thanks for listening to the Mind Buzz podcast. Subscribe to the Mind Buzz YouTube channel and watch full podcast episodes. Keep up with the hosts, guests, and upcoming events by following the Mind Buzz on Instagram at the Mind Buzz. See you on the next one.